What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all, how y'all doing tonight, man? We about to get started in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tupac trial going crazy still. We had a double pack, you know what I'm saying? Tap in with the Tupac trial, you know? So, salute to everybody that's in the room, everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, salute to everybody, man. Make sure I get them likes up, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't send no donations, none of that. Them likes count. You know what I'm saying? Them likes show the algorithm that we need to be over here. We're going to do it up for a couple of hours tonight. Let's get going, y'all. We're going to start off with this one. First of all, how y'all doing? It's your boy. Back in the business. Back in the business. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? No further ado, y'all want to get to the apocalypse. Tupac's, so y'all came here for. My bad. Yes, sir. Let's get this off the screen. Okay. Let's get to it, y'all. No further ado. You know what I'm saying? Keffe D, the man accused of unaliving or being a part of the unaliving of Tupac, has picked jury selection today. Had jury selection today. They picked a jury. They will start trial Monday. We're gonna go through some of the points that that people was pointing out. And we're gonna go, you know what I'm saying, through the little situation. I appreciate y'all the one liking the videos and get the likes up for your boy. Let's get going though. Tupac Shakur, man, 27 years later.
Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice.
Luckiest one, I guess. Hit that corner, gave a little chase, boom, boom, boom.
Mr. Davis, you have the right to have the jury sentence you if they come back on a first-degree murder verdict, and you have decided to waive that right. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
After all this time, will someone finally face justice for the killing of music icon Tupac Shakur? Right now, attorneys are gearing up to go head-to-head in a Las Vegas courtroom where a former alleged gang member soon heads to trial for allegedly orchestrating this infamous crime. We are looking at everything you need to know about Tupac, his shocking death, and the man possibly at the center of it all, Duane Keffe D. Davis.
In the building already. All 32 is at him.
Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. We have been following this case for a while now. Duane Keffe D. Davis, the former alleged gang leader charged with orchestrating the murder of Tupac Shakur, nearly 30 years after the hip-hop legend was gunned down out in Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip. Jury selection is wrapping up. It is a remarkable thing to be saying. And just when you thought that this case couldn't get any stranger, it has. The trial is finally here. But before we even get into the courtroom, we got to understand who Keffe D is, how his own words may end up sealing his fate. So I want to rewind to 2023, when the biggest break in this case ever was announced.
Good afternoon. My name is Kevin McMahill. I'm the sheriff of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. 27 years. 27 years. For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Duane Keith Davis, a.k.a. Keffe D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur. Davis was arrested this morning by my LVMPD criminal apprehension team, and this investigation started on the night of September 7th, 1996. It is far from over. It has taken...
That's a long-ass investigation, bro. That's a long investigation. I'm going to say that much.
In countless hours, really decades, of work by the men and women of our homicide section to get to where we are today.
This was shocking. As somebody who remembers when Tupac was gunned down, yeah, I was little, but I remember it. It was a big event. All these years later, an announcement the world had been waiting for. 3 decades in the making, a shakeup that hit the hip-hop world on September 7th, 1996, and the man allegedly behind the murder of Tupac Shakur, well, I'll tell you what, you're about to meet him.
They got a medical there?
They do. Yeah, they got, so what they got you for, man?
Oh, yeah. Biggest case in Las Vegas history.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like recent?
September 7th, 1996.
Oh, no. Wow. That's a long time away.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Hmm?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Not a detective quite yet, but yeah. Shit, that's a long time away, man. What was that? 20-some years? No, more than that. Yeah. Sure took him a while, huh?
Yeah. I ain't worried about it. I ain't so
Hey, Keefe, Metro Police. Come over here. Hey, Metro Police, come over here, all right? Thanks, buddy. Come on over here. Appreciate your cooperation, okay? I'll stand right here in front of the car. Yep. Nope, we're going to put it down. I know. Hang on. Put that down for a second, all right?
You got nothing on you, right?
Hooks. You have anything on you, sir?
No. Thirsty, motherfucker.
Thirsty? Okay, yeah. We'll get you a drink. Hang on, all right? Just want to make sure you got no weapons on you or anything, okay? I'll separate the two, sir. Thank you.
You have anything on you, sir?
No.
Oh, yeah, it was okay. Phone and water.
Phone and water.
Perfect. We're gonna put you in the car.
I need to drink some water, man. I'm thirsty.
We'll let you get a drink, my man. You just going for a walk or what?
Yeah.
Okay. You do like a morning walk every day, or?
Yeah, good. Stay in shape.
Okay.
We'll get you some water, my man.
Can you try to get it now?
Yeah. As soon as we get you in the car,
We'll get you in. Yeah, we'll put in the car. All right. We appreciate it, sir. All right, let's walk over here, sir. Okay. You don't worry. Your water's gonna come.
Yep, that's him. You're going to see a lot of this guy for the next few weeks of this trial. That is Keffe D in the back of a patrol car minutes after his arrest. Calm, seemingly unbothered, seemingly confident, told the officer he wasn't worried about anything. But who really is Keffe D? To understand the case, you got to understand the man. And yes, to be clear, as we go through this and we go through the allegations and the evidence, as we do each and every day of this trial, he is innocent unless proven guilty. But there's a lot to consider here. And I say that because he's been the one telling us who he is for years.
It's just our neighborhood. I mean, you know, it's just a family thing. Grew up, and it's just our culture as you coming up. Yeah.
So
big brothers in and all that shit. I never go through like that.
So no initiation, you was just kind of like born into it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I was there when it formed the day it started, so I didn't have to do that.
Okay.
Jump in. Oh, we was maybe about 10 years old, 10, 11 years old. I played football at Greater Compton, and his dad, uncles was our coaches. He was overweight, so he kind of had to play with us. You know, because I'm like a year or two older than him, so he had to play with those guys that was a little older than him.
Yeah, so Keffe D, Suge Knight, they went way back. They were apparently football teammates as kids. But in 1996, that relationship would have its biggest shakeup yet.
On the night of September 7th of 1996, Tupac Shakur, along with Suge Knight and members of their entourage, which include members of Mob Piru, came to Vegas to attend the Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Members of the Southside Compton Crips, which included Duane Davis, along with his nephew Orlando Anderson, were also in attendance at the same event. As both were leaving the fight, members of Death Row Records spotted Orlando Anderson near an elevator bank inside the MGM,
and at that time they began to kick and punch him near that elevator bank. I will now show you hotel security footage, as many of you have already seen, related to this incident. And on this incident, you will see Tupac Shakur, who's wearing a shiny satiny shirt, along with Marion Suge Knight, who's a large man in a brown suit, punching and kicking Orlando Anderson. Following this incident, you'll see hotel security intervene, and then they will leave the area of the fight. Little did anyone know that it is this incident right here that would ultimately lead to the retaliatory shooting and death of Tupac Shakur. And then that's when Duane Davis began to devise a plan to obtain a firearm and retaliate against Suge Knight and Mr. Shakur for what occurred inside the hotel against Mr. Anderson. After Davis, as they were in the white Cadillac, Mr. Davis took the gun that he had obtained and provided it to the passengers in the rear seat of the vehicle. As they were as they were driving west on Flamingo Road near Koval, they located the black BMW, which was driven by Suge Knight, and in the passenger seat was Tupac.
And how they know all this stuff? Because Keffe D himself just broke all that down in so many different interviews. Oh, we pulled up, we was in a white car, this and this and that, and ooh. And people want to feel sorry for Keffe D, bro. I don't feel sorry for that nigga, bro. On West Side, I don't feel sorry for that nigga. I got the drink in my system, bro. I don't feel sorry for that nigga, brother. I'm going to keep it real today. Today one of them days, brother, on some real shit. Don't get me wrong, but niggas be doing all this and doing all that, and then be thinking that, oh, man, look, I'm wrongly accused. Nigga, no, you wrongly set yourself up, you dumb mother effer. Straight up. Shut your mouth. You talking about you started something, you the head of something, and you the face of something. If you the head of this and head of that, how is you talking the way you talking, brother? The head of anything should be talking the way niggas be talking. Jesus Christ, bro. I don't know what you be thinking, bro. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Shout out to the Southside Comptons, though. But this man right here, sheesh. Sheesh. Too much. Too much. Too much talking.
Shakur, and as they turned around, they pulled up near the passenger side of that vehicle and immediately began shooting. Duane Davis was the shot caller for this group of individuals that committed this crime, and he orchestrated the plan that was carried out.
So the police may have had a theory here, but it was Keffe D himself who allegedly provided the evidence that they needed. Interviews, his own book, his own words.
I got in the car with the homies, yeah, and we ran into them. We went up to the light on Sunset and Flamingo, and dude was acting like he was in a parade or something. And that BMW hanging out the window, hey, this Tupac, he's Tupac. And then we was hollering for him, and we let there go. Made it, came up on the side of him. Looked like he was reaching, yeah, it looked like he was ready to bust. We was the first ones. Yeah. Luckiest one, I guess. Hit that corner, gave a little chase, boom, boom, boom. Got the busing, we bust back. And jumped up out that mother Cadillac, put the gun on the tire. Got the
Let me break this down a little bit, okay? In that interview with Urban City, he appears to admit that he was there. But here's what the defense is expected to argue, that in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, which prosecutors expected to build much of their case around, or part of their case around, Keefe D apparently wrote that he was in the car, that he provided the gun, but his lawyers have argued that this book was fictionalized, that it was exaggerated, all in an effort to make money, and that it's not clear which portions Davis actually wrote. Now, Davis himself recently told a Las Vegas station that a ghostwriter wrote the book, that he never read it. But the judges ruled that he adopted those statements as his own, regardless of who wrote every portion. Davis also allegedly said that he didn't pull the trigger. In fact, he has pointed the finger at his own nephew, Orlando Anderson. Remember that name? It's going to come up a lot during this trial, Orlando Anderson. And Orlando Anderson died in 1998. Now, does it matter? Here's what police say.
Well, under Nevada law, and this is the law in most states in this country, you can be charged with a crime whether you're directly involved or whether you're an aider and abettor. If you help somebody commit a crime, you can be equally as guilty. That is one of the theories in this case as well.
So what happened after the shooting? Keffe D seemingly explained it this way.
Sure, yeah. He the only one knew me. He told them people that. He told the police that Keffe D nephew.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he didn't tell like who it was.
Yeah, hell no. That dude, just day one, he said that Keffe D nephew.
Huh.
He sicked the police on us the first day.
Suge Knight, the only other apparent living witness to this shooting, allegedly told police Keffe D's name that same night. But Knight has made it clear he does not want to testify. He apparently told ABC News last week that getting on the witness stand is, quote,
I knew you probably would like this segment, so I had to, see what I'm saying? Tupac, hey, Meta. Hey, Meta. Record. Yeah, I know you like this segment because, you know what I'm saying? You'll love this segment. You know what I'm saying? Knowing you and this Tupac and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. So I had to tap in with you, bro. Salute to everybody in the room. Can y'all please get them likes up? Get the likes up, y'all. Get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. Get them likes up. I know the likes ain't looking like nothing. Get them likes up, man. Double tap the screen. Hit that screen for your boy one time. You already know what time it is. Let's go.
Worse than taking a gun and shooting that man in the head. He said his loyalty to Tupac can never be compromised and that he is not going to be responsible for sending another man to prison for the rest of his life. Knight, by the way, is currently serving a 28-year prison sentence in California for an unrelated fatal hit-and-run case.
48 people would have went to jail. Yeah. All their kids would have been affected, their wives, people would have lost their homes, all that. I really saved their lives, home.
Yeah.
They gave me a deal I couldn't refuse.
So according to prosecutors, this case lay dormant for nearly 3 decades. But then Davis reportedly began talking. Interviews, the book, and it was those words, according to law enforcement, according to authorities, that gave them the evidence that they needed. Retired LAPD detective Greg Kading, who apparently interviewed Davis in 2008 and 2009, said that Davis, quote, put himself squarely in the middle of the conspiracy. He said that Davis acquired the gun, gave the gun to the shooter, and was present in the vehicle when they hunted down and located both Tupac and Suge Knight. And while awaiting trial, Davis was released on a $750,000 bond. The money allegedly came from a music manager named Cash Jones, also known as
Hey, Q, she just asked about you too.
Whack 100.
How long have you had that business?
Oh my God, why is Cash Jones and everybody? Come on, Meta. Hey, Meta, why is Cash Jones in everybody's situation? Straight up. Get this off. Put the chat box up. Oh, I got that back piece on it. I don't know why I got that. I gotta take this part off. I don't know why the fuck that part's still showing. So try that. Get a chat on the screen though. Fuck all that. Chat on the screen. Let's go. Hey, look at Whack 100 have to be a part of this stuff, bro. Whack 100, brother. Whack 100. It has to be Whack. Whack 100. No other than Whack 100. I gotta collab with these niggas. How you collab with them? Straight up. It gotta be Whack 100 for sure, man. Straight up. Whack 100.
Roughly 8 years, maybe.
And again, you used the proceeds from that business and you
Put himself in
provided us
everybody's
with the
case.
documents.
He put himself in everybody's case, brother. Everybody's case. Wack want to put himself in everybody's case. Sheesh.
Showing that those amounts were taken from your business account. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How do you know Mr. Davis, sir?
I know him through passing. I know his son. I know him. We sat down and talked a few times. In general, about personal things. I think he was having this bout with cancer, and personal things, industry stuff. Just regular conversation. He's always been a monumental guy in our community. Conversation. So and I've helped several people in our community, whether it was funerals, whether it was for bail. In this situation, I know his cancer has been. I don't know if it's come out of remission or if they're speaking with his son. I know he's having an issue in there, so I'll let you help it in.
The other thing you say in the letter that Mr. Arnold provided to us is that the money is a gift and Mr. Davis is not obligated to repay. Is that right?
That's right.
All right. Do you have any contract between you and Mr. Davis?
Not as of yet.
Okay. Do you have any financial agreement with Mr. Davis?
Not as of yet.
Yeah, prosecutors grilled Whack 100 about this so-called gift. And at this court hearing, Keffe D himself took the stand.
Mr. Davis, you heard the conversation between your wife and you while you're in custody?
Yes, sir.
And when did that conversation happen?
It happened, I think the day of my birthday, June 14th.
At that point, was the bond posted?
No, sir.
What was the reason that your wife came down to have that discussion with you in regards to Mr. Jones and the cash bond?
She said, I'm not signing no papers
And when she said that she didn't like him, who was she referring to?
Cass Jones. Her family has problems with it. I don't like them. She was like, how can I sell out? That's what she said. And I was just telling her to throw her the fuck off, get her off my back. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look like no wolf for her or her family, I don't sell out.
Let me ask the question. Did you think at that time in the bond process that your wife's signature was necessary for you to be released?
Yes, sir.
And so in the effort to convince her to go ahead and get her signature, what did you tell her in regards to Mr. Jones?
I said, he don't have nobody like that to put up. It's two of the people, just so she can sign a fucking bond and leave that as is. She said I was to sell out. They play the whole tape.
Okay, did you come to find out that you did not need her signature to enter into the bond process?
Found out just following when she became a consumer.
And so any conversation that you had with your wife at that time was in an effort just to get her to comply with the bond process?
That's right. I wanted to come home because I got cancer. I just called it back. In here eating y'all processed food. I had colon cancer right here. And it's down in the movie to this side. Behind this processed food here. They don't sell no fruit. It's just terrible. Fake potatoes, fake milk, fake everything. It ain't good for an ex-cancer patient. I'm in a life situation and I would say anything to save my life.
It's probably going to be a problem for the defense. And look, from everything that you heard, how controversial this is with this money apparently being fraudulent and Keffe D's own statements. In the end, the bond was eventually denied. And
what is a
Keffe D ended up back in jail. And then you have the jail calls. And if I had to take a guess, if this comes into evidence, that the prosecution would paint the picture that this man is allegedly violent and calculating.
Man, there's a lot of me with the spray on my eyes because you don't look me over that.
Oh, I fucked up. My bad.
I got it. So, I don't know what you know, man. Yeah. You know I got it. I got it. Okay. You should be. Big bro, you my big bro. I was just letting you know you cannot little man.
I hate that you in this predicament. They don't give a f*** old as hell.
Man, I can handle my own. I'm big key. That's all I can tell you. And I do it dirty. You know what I'm saying? I get dirty, dude.
I'm ready to go up in there and start whooping some.
He only hit me one time, dog. That's why I was able to find his ass. That was
I'll be so crafty. I had the doors unlocked and all that. And they done popped my door. As soon as I made it come out, I woke up. I'm ready to go up in there. No, I'm just saying. Any I got a problem with my pops, they can fight me.
I ain't worried about that, dog. Come on, man.
Fuck me in the garden.
The main thing is me beating the case, yo.
Let me tell you what somebody told me about your attorney.
What?
He is not, he's careless. He don't know how to file paperwork and nothing.
Yeah,
that's what Bruce said. He said that. Well, I don't even know how he got that far.
Yeah, Pumpkins who said, ooh, he's a piece. He mad about the jumper, dude.
What do you call it? Called him a dumpster truck.
Pumpkins who mad about the jumper. He said he did
He said that, yeah, he got 65 years, bro.
He said he did Superman bad. That's the worst he's ever seen in his life.
Man, he got 65 years, bro.
Yeah, that's what he said. Pumpkin suit is mad about that. The whole place down there mad at him on that.
Yeah, I think he's sending people off.
Yeah,
and here you go with your dumb signing off with it.
So here's a question. What exactly is the defense here, right? Well, Keffe D's defense seems to be built around two things. Number one, he didn't pull.
This shit is recorded, monitor recorded. Niggas is crazy. This shit all monitor recorded, and you just topping it up like it's nothing. Like shit ain't sweet. That shit crazy though.
Pull the trigger. Number two, he's been cooperating with police for years, and that he believed his statements were protected. On top of the fact that later on, it seems to be suggesting, as we mentioned, that it was exaggerations for money. The prosecutors countered. The prosecutors argue that he opened the door when he started talking publicly, so those statements aren't protected.
What the jail call actually says is, Mr. Jones says, we need to get some episodes in before you go to trial. We need to get 10 episodes done before you go to trial. And let's be honest, the only reason why Mr. Davis is of note at all is because of his self-proclaimed role in the murder of Tupac Shakur. That is his notoriety.
This legal process has been quite long, and Keffe D, by all accounts, has fought a lot, has fought so many steps of this. And you think about it, one way he did it, trying to get evidence thrown out entirely from this trial. Because in one key hearing, his lawyers tried to get evidence from his home thrown out, arguing that police embellished the urgency of it. The judge, not buying it.
When I look at the fact that this is a homicide investigation, there is the anticipated presence of the suspect with a prior violent felony and firearm history, as well as a steel door being present, which is not something common that officers necessarily encourage. The officer and public safety concerns do exist. The defendant's omission arguments do not establish a showing of intentional or reckless misconduct required under Franks versus Delaware. They also don't show that the inclusion of the omitted facts would have defeated the good cause finding. The warrant was executed pursuant to judicial authorization. There's no showing of bad faith, and so suppression is not warranted here. The motion is denied.
And in April of 2025, while awaiting trial for murder, Keffe D was found guilty of battery by a prisoner.
Have the jurors reached a verdict?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we have the verdict? Thank you. Clerk will now read the verdict out loud.
District Court, Clark County, Nevada. The State of Nevada Plaintiff versus Duane Keith Davis Defendant. Case number C25389079-2, Department 4. Verdict. We, the jury in the above entitled case, find the defendant, Duane Davis, as follows. Count 1, battery by prisoner. Guilty of battery by prisoner. We, the jury in the above entitled case,
this is crazy.
Find the defendant.
This is crazy, though. This man got rushed by somebody else out of the blue. Got rushed by somebody else, and they say he find him guilty of battery. What the fuck? Now that's stupid. Now that's stupid as hell, bro. I'm not talking about the Tupac shit, but I'm talking about the battery. The battery? This nigga ran up on me. How the fuck am I got? What the fizzy? What the effer? What it up? Mud. You know what I'm saying? My boy. Loyalty's a must. Shout out to my boy. What the feezy, brother? What the feezy? This is crazy work. Straight up. Straight up. This is mad scientist work on game. This like mad scientist work, bro. Pac was an angry game. What the fuck? Hey, man, make sure y'all tap in with the ODM Slim live regular show channel. We got gang stuff for members coming up soon. We got a lot of stuff right now we're doing for members that we can start releasing in about a couple of days. So make sure y'all tap in with the ODM Slim live channel. This membership channel is gonna be getting the same thing as well. I'm gonna be fixing this membership channel. I'm gonna make one before the $5. I make one before the $5 one. Make one that's $2.99. You know what I'm saying? This $5. Some people ain't got $5. All my mods and stuff and all that, man. Y'all gotta be tapping in, helping with the membership and all the stuff as we going on. Let's go. Why is this video paused? Cause I said it, bro. Cause I paused it. It's my show, ODM Slim Show. It ain't your show, brother. Take your ass over there. Plug talk.
Duane Davis as follows. Count 2, challenge to fight. Guilty of challenge to fight. Dated this 9th day, April 2025, signed by Rodney Medina, foreperson. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is this your verdict as read? So say you one, so say you all.
Yes. All right, thank you.
By the way, I think that's significant because if Keffe D were to take the stand in his murder trial, sometimes a prior conviction could be used against you. Okay, just a separate thought. Now, I will tell you, in a strategic move ahead of trial, Keffe D told the judge he wants her, not the jury, to decide his sentence if he's convicted. It's a gamble. And his lawyers, by the way, have also reportedly tried to subpoena Sean Diddy Combs to testify, not to confirm the allegation, but to deny it, all in an attempt to prove that Keffe D is a storyteller whose alleged confessions were basically just storytelling, were just performances.
Mr. Davis, my understanding is that Mr. Stamp has made you aware that you have the right to have the jury sentence you if they come back on a first-degree murder verdict, and you have decided to waive that right. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what that means is when I am talking to the jurors, I'm not going to tell them what the potential penalties are for first-degree murder. Additionally, I'm not going to ask them if they can abide by those penalties and come up with a sentencing agreement or sentencing decision. And then at the end of the day, if that is the verdict, it would be me sentencing you on that as well as the enhancement. Is that your understanding of everything that would happen given this waiver? So in general, the defense would have, the jury would be able to sentence you on the first-degree murder portion. That carries either 20 years to life, or 20 to 50 years, 20 to life, or life without the possibility of parole. In any case, if there's an enhancement, and in this case there are two enhancements, there's both the gang enhancement as well as the deadly weapon enhancement, that is left up to the judge. In this case, if it's a first-degree murder, that has to be an equal and consecutive 20 to life sentence or life without the possibility, 20 to 50 sentence, 20 to life, or life without the possibility of parole. So that would be up to the judge sentencing, no matter what the jury found.
And here we are, nearly 30 years after Tupac Shakur was gunned down on the Las Vegas Strip, the first criminal trial in one of the most famous unsolved murders in American history. It is happening. Prosecutors are not alleging that Duane Keffe D. Davis pulled the trigger, but they are arguing that under Nevada law, they don't have to. They will try to prove that he was the shot caller, that he was the one who orchestrated this attack, that he supplied the weapon. Now, Keffe D has pleaded not guilty. He is innocent unless proven guilty. But if he is convicted, he faces life in prison without parole. And we're going to be covering this every second. We're going to be following every moment of this trial, streaming the entire trial on our Law and Crimes Trials channel. So stay with us there. And we plan to do daily recaps on Sidebar as well. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you should get your podcasts. You can also check us out on NBC's Peacock as well. If you want to follow me, X, Instagram, my News Nation show, Jesse Weber Live, Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern. See you next time, everybody.
All right.
He's not actually being accused of pulling the trigger. He's not considered the gunman. Rather, prosecutors say he helped orchestrate the shooting, providing the gun to the gunman. Davis, as we mentioned, pleading not guilty now.
So what they got you for, man?
Biggest case in Las Vegas history.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like recent?
September 7th, 1996. I ain't worried about it. I ain't just.
Joining me now, CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney Joey Jackson. That is one of the examples, before we get into this, one of the examples is whatever you say to the police can be recorded and used against you if you're read your Fifth Amendment rights. But before all that, they can use this if they wanted to, right?
Oh, without question, Sarah. Good morning to you. And interestingly enough, in this case, he is the best witness. He is the star witness in the case. Why? Because of the various statements that he's made regarding the case. You know, it's going to turn a lot on this 2008 proffer session that he had with law enforcement. Right. What is a proffer session? You usually go into those and law enforcement asks you questions, prosecutors do, and it doesn't see the light of day. You're given immunity. But in this instance, the argument is that he waived that immunity because he's made so many public statements with regard to his involvement, not only on podcasts and other areas of media. He's written a book with regard to that. And so the defense said, no, we don't want to let this in. But the judge said it.
That's cold game. Listen, he did it himself, though. That's the stuff that you did yourself, brother. You know what I'm saying? Podcasts, social media, want to be famous. Notoriety. That's what they cut it, right? They want that so bad. This is crazy work, bro.
Can be let in, and it will be let in. And it's important, Sarah, because what he said to the police, they're going to argue, prosecutors, that it corroborates his involvement and it corroborates his guilt. And as you noted at the outset, they didn't say he pulled the trigger, but you don't have to establish that, just that you aided, you abetted, you counseled, you encouraged, and that's what they're saying he did here.
And look, the other people who were under suspicion by police, one of whom was his relative, have all passed away. He is the only person sort of left in this scenario who's accused of being there that day and taking part in all this. I do want to ask you about the bigness of this case, because he is not wrong that this is one of the biggest cases ever in Las Vegas, because of who was killed and because of all of the rumors around who was responsible. There was this big feud going on between East and West Coast rappers, and that has just taken on a life of its own. Finding these 12 jurors, especially if they're of a certain age, they would know about this case. How difficult do you think that will be?
So always challenging, but certainly there are mechanisms in place for that. And what are those mechanisms? Remember, Sarah, that you can challenge. They'll probably get, I'm thinking, you need 12 jurors, of course, to sit in the box, but they'll likely get between 4 and 6 alternates in case someone gets sick. So when you're picking a jury, what happens is you're asking them questions. Do you know about the case? Do you have any opinions about the case? Do you know who Tupac was? Did you really admire him as a rapper? Do you think someone should be held accountable, even if the evidence doesn't establish it? You're going to ask.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get to 100 likes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
all those questions. But when you're actually picking a jury, if a juror says they're biased, you can excuse them. It's called excusing for cause, and that's unlimited. But then there are these other challenges called peremptory challenges, in the weeds a little bit, but each side gets 8 of those, and you could excuse someone for any reason or no reason, as long as it's not predicated upon some type of racial reason, etc., for which you're excusing them.
This is how my second channel roll. It's my second channel. Shut your ass up, all. My second channel rolling up.
And so therefore, yes, of course, it'll be a challenge. I think they could get it done, because the main question is, even if you heard about the case, can you base a decision on the facts and the evidence or the circumstances in the courtroom, not what you read in the paper or saw anywhere else? So it's on, and it starts today.
Lastly, this happened almost 30 years ago. How difficult is it to bring a case like this with the idea that there is a book out there published by the person on trial, and there's a lot of comments, which a lot of people say, well, that's the reason why this has happened in the first place, because Duane Keffe D kept talking about it.
Yeah, so I think it's very challenging, right? I know we're in a day and age, certainly, where there are cold cases, and that's why there's no statute of limitations on murder. You can bring it 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, like here, or even more. And I think from a defense perspective, they're going to argue you don't have a weapon, you don't have the car, ballistics wasn't done on that, there's no forensics, there's no DNA, there are no living witnesses. What are we doing here? But remember, we'll end where we began, the statements of Keffe D. That's what we're doing here, we'll say prosecutors, and if those statements are credited and believed, then the defense has a problem. In the event that that's all they got, which the defense will argue, then that creates another story, perhaps reasonable doubt.
The judge letting it in because he kept talking about it. As people say in the streets, talking smack, and then this ends up being part of his case. It'll be interesting to see if he himself testifies, because in some ways he's already testifying with the words that he has already used in public, right?
Exactly.
There is
he
a
says
lot.
He's not going to testify, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
A jury has been seated in the trial of Duane Keffe D. Davis, who is accused of orchestrating the death of hip-hop legend Tupac Shakur back in 1996. 6 men, 10 women are in the jury pool, which includes 4 alternates. Davis has pleaded not guilty to a charge of first-degree murder with a deadly weapon with the intent to promote, further, or assist a criminal gain. He's the only person who's ever been prosecuted in the killing of the iconic rapper. Opening arguments are set to get underway on Monday in Las Vegas.
When Tupac got killed, you caught your first case?
So to talk about all of this, joining me now from Las Vegas, Kathy Kanzora.
Who the fuck care? We do. You care too, because you're the fucking Hector. You care like a motherfucker. You right in here chilling. You this motherfucker chilling right with us, so stop acting you don't care. You care like a motherfucker. Stop it.
A writer and host of the History of the 90s podcast. And Kathy, we now have a jury, and we just listed the makeup of that jury. And I found it interesting that some jurors had loose connections or knowledge to the people in the case. One juror, who was born nearly a decade after the murder, said they listened to Tupac's music. Another said they met Sean Diddy Combs on multiple occasions, Diddy being on a list of potential witnesses. Should any of those have been disqualifying? Was there anything in this process that surprised you?
I think it's pretty obvious that people are going to know who Tupac is, know his music, know even what happened to him and a lot of the conspiracy theories, that sort of thing. You can't escape that, especially to knowing Sean Combs or Suge Knight. That shouldn't come as a surprise either. I guess what's important, though, and the lawyers stressed it, is can you put aside everything you know about them and just listen to the evidence that's presented in court when you're, have to make a decision about guilt or innocence? Can you put aside all the things you've heard? And especially when it comes to like the documentaries and all of the conspiracy theories about what happened the night that Tupac was killed. It was kind of funny, though, how much Sean Combs came up during the when they were interviewing the potential jurors, because he's a potential witness because he's on the witness list, but really he's probably not going to be called. And really this trial isn't about Sean Combs, but he just kept coming up. And like you said, there was a young woman who said that she had been at a party at Sean Combs' LA house, and she left because she said the vibe was weird. And there was another young man who said he worked at a strip club in Las Vegas, and he met Sean Combs on several occasions in that capacity. But that wasn't a problem. They weren't disqualified for that
He was trying to see what bro about.
reason. In fact, I think one of those two people made it to the final round and are on the jury, but one of them was disqualified for other reasons.
Okay, so you've been here watching this process as somebody that has sat on a jury before. There's a soberness, if you will, that comes with being on a jury, deciding some other person's fate, right? Did you get a sense of the serious?
Dark Horse said, could it be smoke and mirrors? You're right. It could be smoke and mirrors. It could be all smoke and mirrors for real. And they just jumped on it.
That the jurors were feeling about this case?
Yeah, definitely. I was really impressed by the people that were coming in there because you could tell they were nervous, which of course makes sense. You're sitting in a jury box holding a microphone, talking in front of a whole bunch of people who are asking you sometimes pretty personal questions about your life. But it was more that I think a lot of people seem to want to do the right thing. They wanted to do this properly. A couple of them even said, like, I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I'm trying really hard. I just want to do a good job. So I think people take it very seriously, and they know that someone's life is essentially in their hands. And you can tell they were all there, maybe not super willingly, because, it could be 4 or 5 weeks that they miss from work. But if they are going to be there, it seemed like they were going to take it very seriously.
And Cassie, listening to your...
And his interviews was like 08. Well, I think his interviews on Vlad TV, you see? Because I think his interviews was like a year. You see, Keefe D interview. Because his interview with Vlad TV, they said was so old. Let me see what year it is. 7 years old, bro. 7 fucking years. 7 years. 7 fucking years and it come like to bite him in the ass. Let me see if that's the oldest one though, cause that could be. Yeah, that's the one. 7 fucking years, full interview. How many interviews he did with him though? Cause he fuck around did 10 with Vlad. That's 3 years ago. He did another 3 years after that. He been doing this shit for 7 years. Ran around talking about this shit for 7 years. Yeah, he was trying to get his ass taken down. For sure. He was trying to get taken down, bro. Ray Charles looking ass. Let's go.
Your podcast, it actually gave me much more context around Tupac's murder. We're expecting to hear opening arguments here on Monday. How will the prosecution and defense try to contextualize all of this for jurors?
Yeah, it's going to be hard because it can get pretty complicated, but I think how you can simplify it from the prosecution's point of view is that it seemed to be a retaliation for a fight that happened earlier that evening. If you want to just break it down that simply, it was retaliation for a fight. You can go down the rabbit holes of other things that may have been involved, but really that's sort of the core of it. But more importantly, the prosecution will lean heavily on a book that was written, a memoir that was written by Duane Davis, who is the accused, called Compton Street Legend, which is his memoir about when he was a shot caller, he calls himself, of the Southside Crips in Compton. But in it, he details what he says happened the night that Tupac was murdered, and that he was there, he got the gun after his nephew was beaten up by Tupac and Death Row Entourage, and that then they got into a car and went looking for Tupac and found Tupac and Suge Knight, and someone in the car was handed the gun and shot Tupac. So it's written right there. The words are in this book. So it'll be now the defense has to say why shouldn't we believe what he wrote? And that will be what the defense's job will be to do, is to provide some answers when asked, why would someone write something like this? And previously we've heard from Duane Davis that he says, he didn't write the book. He just put his name on it to make money for his family.
Yeah, write the book. Yeah, he wrote the book.
Well, today, jury selection resumes in the murder trial of Duane Keffe Davis. With this, of course, proceeding, the man accused of killing rapper Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago comes back into focus. And Davis is the first and only person ever charged in Shakur's fatal shooting. He's pleaded not guilty, but prosecutors say some of their strongest evidence may be his own words. They argue that Davis implicated himself through his memoir and by discussing the events of that night in media interviews. Back in 2009, Davis told police he had a role in Tupac's killing, but he wasn't charged because that interview was part of a deal preventing his statements from being used against him. Prosecutors say that protection no longer applies since Davis later repeated many of those statements publicly. Death Row Records executive Marion Suge Knight and Sean Diddy Combs are both potential witnesses for the prosecution. Tupac's killing has remained one of the most high-profile unsolved mysteries for decades. Opening statements are expected to begin next week.
Jury selection will resume Tuesday on the murder trial of Duane Davis, the man accused of killing rapper Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago. Davis is the first and only person ever charged in the rapper's fatal shooting. He has pleaded not guilty. Tupac's killing has remained one of the most...
Two packs, that's guy white as hell. 2 packs. So silence. We did silence. Yeah, he's talking about it, right? Yeah. All right, let's go with next one. Let's get it in here. 2 packs. 2-pack is crazy. I think named Tupac. 2-pack.
For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur.
2-pack Shakur right now.
The only person ever charged in his death, Duane Davis, who goes by the name Keffe D. He's not accused of pulling the trigger, but rather orchestrating the whole thing. Now, he was arrested back in 2023. Tupac Shakur was killed in a drive-by shooting near the Las Vegas Strip on September 7th, 1996. And Davis is one of the only people...
Deeper stuff, y'all. Let's go a little deeper, y'all. Let's see like a documentary of Tupac or something, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what we're going with. This will get us blocked. I don't think so. Fuck it. We're going to do it anyway.
Tell me about your name. What does it mean?
Tupac. It means determined to overcome my obstacles.
You're doing a good job of it so far.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Idea why Tupac was killed?
No, I don't.
Rap star Tupac Shakur died last night after a brief life in a rough business. He was 25.
Rapper Tupac Shakur has passed away.
Commit homicide.
Don't get it twisted. This is not my real life.
Ongoing.
September 7th, 1996, 11:15 p.m. Shots are fired into a BMW at the intersection of Flamingo Road and Koval Lane in Las Vegas. Inside the vehicle is Tupac Shakur. Within seconds, the most influential rapper of his generation is critically wounded. The question is, who was behind it? Find out as we recount those moments, minute by minute.
Let's go. Minute by minute.
Ladies and gentlemen in attendance, boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime!
September 7th, 8:30 p.m., 1996. The MGM Grand Arena is filled to capacity. More than 16,000 spectators have gathered to watch the heavyweight championship fight between Mike Tyson and Bruce Seldon. The event has drawn celebrities, athletes, musicians, and media from across the... His early records gained attention for addressing issues such as poverty, racism, and police would remain one of the most discussed moments in Tupac's life, not only because of what happened inside the building, but because of the consequences that followed.
My bad, y'all came out. My bad. I muted. My bad. I muted. My bad. But yeah, man, I was saying what I was saying. I was saying something about I forgot. But yeah, man, my bad. I was muted. I was saying P. Diddy. P. Diddy had everything to do with it, but I don't think Biggie Smalls had anything to do with that. I think P. Diddy had everything to do with it, though. Straight up. P. Diddy fucking with the Democrats and all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? We'll Pac out real fast, try to chip him.
Only God knows the truth.
There's no religion about getting shot. I'm not trying to get any converts.
It ain't that simple, bro. It ain't that simple.
At around 9:30 p.m., movement begins in and out of the hotel as people come and go, with no clear indication that the earlier altercation will escalate further. Between 9:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m., there is...
If that was the case, Biggie would have got away and knew that he was next. He would knew he was next then. Biggie would knew he was next. Straight up.
There's a gap in the public record. Tupac is largely out of view of cameras during this period, and accounts from witnesses describe preparation, movement between rooms, and coordination with members of death row records. By 10:30 p.m., attention shifts back outside the hotel. The convoy is now forming. Security vehicles take position. Suge Knight is preparing to drive.
I'm going to tell you like this. All right, listen. If that same interview that they were showing when Biggie said, hey, we ain't do nothing to Tupac, this, and that, woo, woo, woo. And that nigga P. Diddy jumped up out his seat and looked like that, looked around for the cameras, and was looking where the cameras at. I don't know what happened to Tupac. I don't know this and that. And Diddy was like trying to make that nigga shut up. He didn't know shit. Nigga. He didn't know he was a sacrifice. He was a fucking sacrifice of lamb, just like Tupac. We're going to be a sacrifice of lamb to this shit.
I have the lead car, a black BMW.
Just saying.
Tupac is expected to travel in the front passenger seat. The key players are currently either dead or surviving lengthy prison terms. Officer with the Compton Police Department has rejected claims security theory became one of...
This unalive is for everybody's success. East Coast, he said the East Coast would eat. Nobody would eat if he alive. Remember that? He said that about Jay. He said about all the people on the East Coast. And that whole little swing they had for a while, I think that opened it up right then. Opened up for Jay to do his thing and all the peoples to really go crazy. Not saying that they're not great MCs, but Pac being gone opened that up.
Several explanations discussed by the public, alongside theories involving gang retaliation.
All right, you ready?
Yes, go for it.
Hey, Keefe, Metro Police, come over here. Hey, Metro Police, come over here, all right? Thanks, buddy. Come on over here. Appreciate your cooperation, okay? I'll stand right here in front of the car. Yep. Nope, we're going to put it down. I know, hang on. Put that down for a second, all right?
You got nothing on you, right?
Hooks. You have anything on you, sir? Okay, yeah, we'll get you a drink. Hang on, all right? Just want to make sure you got no weapons on you or anything, okay? I'll separate the two, sir. Thank you. Put your palms together like you're clapping. I just want to make sure these cuffs can be all right on you.
Yep. You mind?
Yep.
Okay. I'll follow you.
So what they got you for, man?
Biggest case in Las Vegas history.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like recent?
September the 7th, 1996.
Oh, no. Wow. That's a long time. That's a long time away.
You know what I'm talking about,
yeah? Hmm?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Not a detective quite yet, but yeah. It's a long time away, man. What was that? 20-some years? No, more than that. Yeah. Sure took him a while, huh?
Yeah. I ain't worried about it. I ain't.
Well, I mean, that's what court's for, right?
The arrest followed years of renewed attention surrounding Davis, who had publicly discussed his connection to the night of Tupac's death, and admitted he was inside the vehicle from which the shots were fired. Prosecutors alleged that Davis played a role in organizing the attack, while Davis has denied being the shooter and has pleaded not guilty. For the first time since 1996, a suspect was facing criminal charges in connection with Tupac Shakur's murder.
27 years. 27 years. For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Duane Keith Davis, a.k.a. Keffe D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur.
Show my respect for Tupac. Brother was a good brother.
His words really give us strength to keep on moving and look forward to another day.
A lot of people touched by it, not just rap music artists, listeners, lovers, but a lot of people, older people, is touched by this. This is a sad.
They came early and stayed late in Harlem, even in the rain, to remember Tupac Shakur and to promote peace in a rap world of violence.
We're here to say, well, let's make a turn from the bad to the good.
Nearly 3 decades after Tupac Shakur was killed on a Las Vegas street, the questions surrounding his death continue to capture global attention. From the moments the shots were fired, the investigation became surrounded by uncertainty, conflicting accounts, and years of speculation. But beyond the unanswered questions, there remains the impact of the person at the center of the story. Tupac Shakur was more than a recording artist. He was a musician, actor, activist, and one of the most
Tupac, man. If you're gonna do something, one thing, yeah. Another nigga too.
Ladies and gentlemen in attendance, boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime!
Las Vegas was as busy as ever on the evening of September 7th, 1996.
Celebrities piled in to see Mike Tyson take on Bruce Seldon in the boxing event of the year.
America was asking big questions about the talents of Tyson.
Really came to be was when he hooked up.
Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight, they're sitting ringside in their $1,000 seats. For Tupac Shakur, it can't get any bigger than this. He's the most prominent rap star in the world. His friends, in the ring fighting to a song that he wrote. And Tupac is the center of attention.
During the fight, an FBI witness reported seeing an altercation between Suge and Tupac's entourage and some rival Crip gang members. One of the Crips told Suge Knight that he thought he was untouchable, to which Knight responded that he was untouchable. The Crip responded, "You can be touched." As Suge and Tupac's entourage are leaving the arena after the fight, they're walking through the MGM Grand when they encounter Orlando Anderson, the Crip who had stolen Trayvon Lane's death row medallion a couple of months earlier. Trayvon Lane just happens to be with Tupac when they spot Orlando Anderson loitering in the crowd.
Trayvon Lane whispers something into Tupac's ear, and immediately Tupac runs over and attacks Orlando Anderson.
The girls, nigga, get your ass up. Get your ass out of here, then. Don't listen good. We already did what we did. I just want to run it a little longer so we get to 2 hours where we at right now. I just needed something else to pass us through. Thank you for letting them know. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that's in this motherfucker doing it up.